Hello everyone, Charles Moon here, bringing you another video on just basic daily commentary. And really what I wanted to point out was opportunities that we're facing in the market. Now we're seeing a little bit of weakness, and not by any means am I calling any downside weakness, but some people may look to hedge out their portfolio. Some will put it into inverse plays, some will actually take shorts in the market. Well, for those that are looking for a potential short signal, we have one in EW. Now let me just point out a few things. The orange line here at 144.75 is the 50-day simple moving average. If you notice here, last time EW, Edwards Sciences, I believe, Edwards Life Sciences, pardon me, came out to that particular level at 146.82. The high here was 146.70. It basically went from this level down to 134.26. Well, it's been on a non-stop pretty much rally up back to this 50-day moving average, and guess what happened? Well, the high of today was at 144.64. The 50-day moving average is at 144.75. So while it wasn't to the penny, and rarely stocks ever hit a technical level at the penny and then react, we are seeing a pretty strong reaction in this name. It's down 1.22%, but compared to where it was open, the high and the low today was at 144.64. The low is at 141.13. So there's great potential, including when you look at what happened here. And this is going to be the most important aspect for me on this name. This little low here at the 100-day moving average, which was at 142.05, the low was at 142.01, basically rejected and ran right up. So we found support at the 100-day moving average, the pink line right here, where it was finding some resistance, but we're finding resistance at the 50-day, and that's the catalyst. There was a setup called an inside bar setup that took place here, and it basically triggered down the move. Now, if it closes below the 100-day moving average, I am speculating that it's going to come back down to test this particular range, somewhere around 138 to 130. Was it 134 half? That's the low of this bar here, that huge swing low. So let's just say safely to be at 135, 136, which offers good reward potential with very limited risk, especially where it is right now. The trigger price on this was at 143.39. Let me break that down. So 141.96 was the entry price, currently at 142.66, so you get a partial discount, and the stop would be at 145.03, and it would be above the 50 days, so you'd have a small safety net, plus these old highs, these collective highs here. Let me just draw that out right here as your resistance level. So if you were looking, we're looking for a name with great reward potential with limited downside risk. So let's say basically you're getting in at 142, stop at 145, 142 to 134, that's 8 points. With 3 points upside, you're now looking at 2.5 reward to risk ratio. The 200-day moving average, I suspect, will be heavily defended. Excuse me. But if it does come down to this level, and it could happen very, very quickly, you could catch yourself a nice little momentum trade with a nice reward to risk ratio. Now, I understand EW is pretty strong, but coming off the highs, they've been making lower highs and lower lows, which signifies, in my opinion, a downtrend. And if you notice, this is our trailing stop. It's no longer below the market price, it's above. So the algo that we're using is actually telling us that we have a sell signal also. I'm not saying for you folks to take it. I'm saying that there is an opportunity to hedge out your positions, especially if you're very heavy to the long side. As the markets are trading at or near these all-time highs, we could see some risk-off moves. You know, there's nothing wrong with being long and short in your portfolio and actually being profitable on both ends at the same time. I'm just being quite honest. So keep a close eye on this name. Keep a close eye on this opportunity. Personally, I would love to see it close below the 100-day moving average, which today is at 142.19. We'll have to wait and see. If it does, I'm speculating that it's going to make a run 138, 136 with potential of that 134 half, 134 evens price on the downside. If it gets above the 50-day, it's basically telling you to get the hell on out. I mean, it's pretty simple. So keep this in mind as you're reviewing your potential trade setups tonight and later on this week. EW Edwards Sciences. Definitely wouldn't want you to short under 140. But if you're at that 142 price and the market's looking weak and this stock is moving in sympathy, meaning if the markets are going down, the stock's going down, it is one that you should strongly consider. Now, before I wrap things up, folks, I do want to mention that stock and stock options trading involves a substantial degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. We're starting off the week pretty strong in certain sectors. We'll have to wait and see if the rest of the markets can catch up. Take care and have a great trading week, everyone.